Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we have a pick a card reading to look at why people respect you. So you could be watching this with a specific person in mind or just about people in general, whichever one suits your situation. We have 3 cards to choose from today. Card number 1 is the Temperance card. Card number 2 is the 10 of Wands. And card number 3 is the 10 of Cups. So pick whichever cards you feel drawn to or whichever card you feel drawn to. If you want to find more readings like this, check the description box below by the timestamps. My name is Jay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If it resonates, give it a like and come back for another one on my channel. And yeah, we're going to get started with card number 1 in about 30 seconds. So if you're still picking a card, go ahead and do that. Okay. All right, Spirit, can you tap me into card number 1, please? Tap me into card number 1, please. And the reasons why people respect them. Why do people respect card number 1? Let's look at the Temperance people. Okay. So, first card you have is happiness comes from within. I like that. Happiness comes from within. You cannot grow without a challenge. This is giving like 9 of Wands energy. Very on point with like Sagittarius energy right now. Some of you guys could have fire in your chart, but you don't have to. Temperance is the Sagittarius major arcana card. But take what is yours and leave what isn't. Never quit believing in yourself. Nice. All right, so let's get to the shuffles then. Why do people respect card number 1? Damn, it's a lot of cards. But I will take them. They all came out like so perfectly together. I feel like that's just right. Okay. We may look at the bottom of the deck later, but I'm not going to look at that right now because I just want to get all the cards on the table. The Strength card, the 10 of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Happiness comes from within. I feel like it's very on point with this Strength card here. And then you cannot grow without a challenge. It makes so much sense because the 10 of Swords is a really difficult situation for anybody to be in. And never quit believing in yourself. Maybe you view yourself as this Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so why do people respect card number 1? Why do people respect card number 1? Ooh, the Devil card came out. But I feel like for some of you guys, this is like speaking to your work ethic. But let me see what else comes out. I'm going to cover up their body with the lapis lazuli crystal just in case YouTube likes to or wants to start picking. All right, now we're going to use our Osho Zen deck, which I really love this deck so much. We're just going to get 1 card from this one. Why do people respect card number 1? Sorry if anybody here, I lied, we're going to get 2. Sorry if anybody here doesn't like to watch the polls. I try to mix it up on the channel for those that do and those that don't. But if you're watching later, I guess you could always fast forward. Ace of Swords to the Knight of Cups. Okay. So these are your first court card. This Knight of Cups is your first court card energy. So I feel like this is something that maybe people in general see. Trust card. Knight of Cups. I wanted to make sure everything fit in the picture for you guys. I guess I can move that up since the words are not that high. Okay. Or that low. That looks better. Temperance, relax. Okay, let's get 1 from this one. I don't use this deck too often on like the public. I do use this for our Patreon memberships, but I'm gonna get 1 from here too. Damn, 4 swords came out in reversed. Another swords energy right next to this Ace of Swords. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but look how awesome this energy is right here. Ace of Swords. Consciousness is what it says. Consciousness. And their third eye is just like so activated. Well, I feel like the reason why people respect you is because you're very on point. It feels like you're very on point in this group. 1 more card, and then we'll get into the reading. Okay. Why do people respect card number 1? This is our Deviant Moon Tarot. And this was like True Heart Intuitive Tarot. Oh, man. Maybe we should get 2? Because it felt like 2 wanted to come out. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Last 2 cards. The Page of Cups. Another cup card. Another court card from the cup suit. And then here we have the King of Wands. Wow. Okay. Here we go. So that's what I was saying. It's like some of you guys, you could have fire in your chart because here's the King of Wands coming out, but you don't have to because I really am seeing a little bit of a lot here. So, okay. Why do people respect you? Because you seem like a good person, honestly. Why is the camera like this? Hold on, y'all. It feels so slanted. Okay, I think that's a little better. I didn't realize there was a glare right there, but I think y'all be all right. Okay, so why do people respect you? Because it feels like you know a lot about a lot, and you also seem like somebody who doesn't view themselves to be anything less than smart either. You know, like some people, they do underestimate themselves, they do underestimate like their intelligence or like their capabilities and stuff like that. It's just like you come off as like the opposite, and so people respect you for that. Why do people respect card number 1? Some of you guys, because you have like a good mind for business, you have a good mind for like money or like the true value behind things, and that's something to respect. So I could see older people respecting you for this. So some people may look at you and think that you were raised right, or if you weren't, you probably, learned through experience. People respect you if you are a boss or in some sort of position of authority, or you just take yourself seriously. People respect you for that. And it also turns a little bit for some of you guys into like them be feeling attracted to you because of that. The Strength card. People respect you because you're brave. And also because you have like a strong focus. Some of you guys, you actually are very compassionate people too, because maybe you wouldn't want another person to go through the things that you've been through. Yeah, because it does seem like with the Ten of Swords here, it's like you could be somebody who has, been in really hard situations before. Like either this could have been mental for some of you guys, and for others of you, it was like quite literally, like maybe you were broke at some point, or maybe you didn't come from much, or you've had friends or partners or whatever betray you, or yeah, I mean, it could be a lot of things. Some of you guys, maybe you just grew into yourself, you grew into your confidence, and people respect you, especially the ones that have seen you go through that process, if that makes sense. The Knight of Cups. People respect you because it seems like you trust yourself and you trust others too. And I feel like the reason why people can respect someone like this is because I heard somebody say, if they can do it, why can't I? So let's say you have a friend, right? And this friend knows that you have been through quite a lot, but yet you still remain humble, or you still see the best in people, or you still give people the benefit of the doubt, or you still, keep striving for more, whatever it is. It's like, I heard somebody say, if they can do it, I can do it too. If they do it, then I have no excuse. So this could be people seeing you go hard, seeing you work, or seeing you pick yourself back up, seeing you conquer your own demons without needing help. Some of you guys without needing help at all. But it goes a step further for this group, because it's like living life to its fullest is now a big part of like you. And like for some of you guys, it's like your motto, or it's just like something that you do, even if you're not doing this like consciously, or like saying this to people while you're going. It's like, this is the vibe people get from you. And I feel like it's something that people can really respect, because when they look at you, they're not seeing somebody who, let's say, you already are exactly where you want to be, right? Like, and I'm just saying that because there are people that could be coming here and they're like different ages, or, maybe they had a rough past, but now they're fine now. And then there are other people who could still be in this situation. So, in these readings, we try to have compassion for people wherever they are at. But I am seeing something about like growing from the things that you've been through, growing from the challenges that you've experienced. And so when people are looking at you, when people are talking to you, engaging with you, or even just hearing about you, for some of you guys, because I could see someone like you having a reputation that supersedes you. It's like people speak about you before you enter a room or whatever. It could even be people that are about to meet you that you're about to meet them too, but it's like they talk you up before you come in or something. But it's like I'm seeing somebody who, maybe you have the money now, or you have the job now, or you have the partner now, and maybe in the past you had shitty ones. It really doesn't matter. It's like you are better than where you used to be, and it's like people see that. And the reason why they respect that, because I feel like it's easy to respect somebody who said they were going to do something and get it right, boom, cool. But it's not easy, or I feel like even more respect and like kudos goes out to somebody who you saw actually struggle to get there. Like you actually saw that person go through shitty things, but yet still remain a good person, still remain someone very strong, still remain somebody who can bring a good vibe or be happy or whatever. It's like, that is something to respect. Because for some of you guys, I don't know if it's like a specific person, because it almost feels like they know like they know something that either, oh damn. Okay, so I just heard something, and I don't like when people like say things like that, because I feel like sometimes they say it without realizing how it may come off. But like, you know, when people say, "Oh, I could never, blah 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 blah," or oh, God bless their heart, because if I were in that situation, blah blah blah. Like, I don't like when people talk like that, but I feel like some of you guys, you have people that talk about you in that way, and in their mind though, but in their mind, they are giving you props, like they are giving you like a compliment, paying you some sort of respect when they say it. So this could just be people that aren't as good with their words as you are, aren't as conscious as you are. Ooh, so I think that's why I was hearing something about some of you guys. It could be like elders or bosses, or you know, people that are just not as adept as you are in like your field, your industry. It really doesn't matter. But I feel like people respect this group because there could be things that you do or have done or had to experience that other people could not own. Other people cannot own it. Other people cannot still have an element to them where they like life, like they like life, or if they don't like the life they're living right now, it's like they're gonna do what they have to do to get there. The King of Wands, when they want something, they go and get it. Same with the Queen of Wands. But I feel like with the King of Wands, it's different because some of you guys, I don't know, you could build an empire or something, or you could gain a lot of followers or like respect very quickly, or oh, it's so funny because I also heard some of you guys, the reason why people respect you is because you're also inspirational too. Because I'm seeing these like little figures here, which it could be their kids. For some of you guys, it could just be people you work with. I don't know. I guess double props to anybody here that does like volunteer work or whatever. I don't know. But you see how like this man is like holding their hands. They're holding their hand. This one behind her, I think this could be his wife or like his woman or whatever. It really doesn't matter. But it's like they all seem to feel like really safe and like happy to be around you. Not just protected, but like safe. Safe and happy too. So some of you guys, it's like your energy is like infectious. Your pride is infectious. Your strength also carries on to other people too, and that's why you're affected. Because there could be people who, you know, they struggled or whatever, but they keep all the wealth for themselves, or they used to think that they were ugly, and now people don't think that they're ugly, but they treat other people like they are too. It's like, you know, so they don't. Just because you go through things doesn't make you a good person. I just want to say that right now. There are a lot of people that have gone through shitty things, and they use it as an excuse. They use it for sympathy, or they use it so that maybe even unconsciously they don't have to change, they don't have to be better, they don't have to keep fighting because maybe they're tired, maybe they're exhausted or whatever. And some of you guys, I feel like you could have been in a situation like that before, for some of you guys more than once. But it's like the fact that for some of you, or most of you, I feel like you keep going. Even if you're in that spot right now, it's okay. Even if you're in that spot right now, it's okay, because I feel like the reason why people respect you is because they know you're going to get out of it. They know you're going to be okay, because you don't give up on yourself. Wow. Wow. I feel like you are just so deep. Like the depth of you is just so deep. Like there's no way that anybody could truly know you and like your thoughts and what you're feeling unless you express it, unless you give that to other people. So that's something to respect too, you know, because some people, they say way too much about themselves. Some people don't know how to keep a secret. Some people, and I'm just keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. There's nothing wrong with going through things. There's nothing wrong with going through things, but there is also like a time and a place, right, to talk about certain things, you know. So I heard in this group you're not a vibe killer either. So that, I think that's where the respect part comes in too, because it's like if you do express yourself, if you do open up, if you are, you know, honest about these things, I feel like it's always at the right time, the perfect time, or the perfect person that you're talking to hear these things and get a new perspective about what a strong person is, what a respectful person is. Because some of you guys, maybe you've had the wrong people think you were like naive, or think you were too soft or too sensitive or whatever to care about yourself, to care about people, to, you know, actually find that confidence. So some of you guys, what's also respectable about you is that you don't bank off of like the stereotypical reasons that people respect other people. So you don't bank off money if you have it. You don't bank off your looks if you have it. You don't bank off your reputation alone if you have a good one. It's like all of these things together is what makes you who you are and what makes you a respectable person. And other people see that too. A lot of people see that. And I feel like the people who are strangers to you, they may make assumptions about how you got where you are, but I feel like no matter what, though, they still think you're a good person. I think that that's so respectable. It really is, because you know there are some people who have like evil eye. They send people evil eye. They don't realize it, but they see somebody who's doing good, feeling good, or is just like a cool person or whatever, and they make assumptions that make them feel better about where they are in their life or how they feel about themselves. But I feel like for this group, it's like people aren't doing that. When they look at you and you have something that they want, and you don't even realize it, but sometimes you have things that people want and you don't think it's that special, but you know other people have lived different lives than you. For example, like This is just a silly example, but you know, like somebody might have a fridge in their house where it gives them filtered water. Some people don't have that. Okay, somebody might have a nice pair of shoes. Some people don't have that. Some people can have a partner that actually fucking loves them. Some people don't have that, you know? And so whatever it is that you have, it could be the smallest thing, like this cute ass hairband that you wear, or I don't know, a nice watch that your great great grandma left for you, but they think you bought it yourself. It's like things like that where they don't know where your things come from or whatever, but it's like in the back of their mind, or maybe even in their spirit. It's like they're not sending you evil eye. They're actually like, damn, props to them, kudos to them. It's like, yeah, it's. I hope I'm explaining that right. I hope I'm explaining that right, you know, because I honestly feel like, and you don't, some people don't want to admit this, but it's the truth. When you go through shitty things, when you're not feeling the best about your life or like who you are or whatever, sometimes you do start, sometimes your bias and things like that do come out. We're all human at the end of the day, but I feel like even if you were ever in that situation, which a lot of you guys you weren't because you just have been this wise and this dope like your whole life, but if you ever were in that situation, it's like people understand. People understand. But one thing I was thinking about too is like when someone may look at you or something that you have and make an assumption about you, they're not doing that actually. They're not doing that with you. I feel like that's what makes you special too, is because instead it's like inspiring. Instead it's like it gives them hope, you know. And I feel like the reason why is because, like I said, you don't bank off of these things. You don't, it's like you're not like one of those people where it's like annoying to be around them because they're always so like happy and no one can come around them and tell them when they're struggling because, some people they're like, I just am high vibe and I don't want anybody around me that's like going through something difficult. People like that are not good friends. They're not good partners or whatever because they don't understand duality. They don't understand that with light there is darkness. But you do. So people can come and be themselves around you. People can come and be honest around you. People can see you winning and actually be happy for you because they know that you probably want the same for them. And that's something to respect. I also heard it's something to love. So you're very loved in this group too. Let me leave this because it's just bothering me. Like, why is the camera doing that? I'm gonna have to adjust it after the reading. I don't want to do it during because it gets all weird. But yeah, if that resonated, please give it a like and come back for another one on my channel. I would love to have you. And we're gonna get started now with card number 2. Wow, I really like this group. I really like you guys a lot. Wow, that's dope. Okay. Some of you guys are like real low key about like how dope you are too. It's like, wow. Okay. So let's move on now to card number 2. Spirit's happening to card number 2 now. And I'll put the timestamp in the chat. Okay. Card number 2. Okay. Here we go. Hi, card number 2. Thank you so much for coming to this reading. Today we're going to be looking at the reasons why people respect you. I hope it resonates. If it does, give it a like and come back for another one on my channel. The card you chose is this 10 of Wands right here, so let's just get straight into it. The blind pulls you got, we have 3 blind pulls and then the rest of the reading will be shuffles. Plant yourself where you will bloom. What? Plant yourself where you will bloom. Wow. I like that. I really like that. The reason why I'm so surprised, you guys, is because I recently was gifted this deck, and we did use it yesterday, but I only looked at like 3 cards. This is my first time actually looking at them with you guys, so I like that a lot. Find joy in ordinary things. Find joy in ordinary things. What? Oh my God. Okay, let go of things that are holding you back. It makes a lot of sense for you to get the 10 of Wands. Okay, so tell me about card number 2, 6 of Cups to the 8 of Pentacles. One addition. Tell me about card number 2 and the reasons why people respect them. You could be watching this about a specific person or just people in general. Take what is yours and leave what isn't, and try to have compassion for people that are in a different situation for you, so I can give the messages to everybody that needs to hear it with patience. Okay. So, why do people respect card number 2? Ooh. Okay, we're gonna take all of them because, oh no, that's a lot though. Okay, I'll try to squeeze them. I'll try to squeeze them all up here because, damn. I didn't expect that many to come out, but they wanted to. Okay, Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Fool. Ooh, love that. The Knight of Wands and the Fool. I mean, I feel like these really go hand in hand with this card right here. Let go of things that are holding you back. Wow. It's almost like you have a story or something. Some of you guys, you have like a story to you. Like if you had a movie, if you were an actor or something, like I would watch you just for you. That's what it is. I feel like you actually are a very likable person. I know we're here talking about the reasons why people respect you, and of course we will get those messages too, but it's like you're very likable. Just so you know. You're a likable person. Some of you guys are actually really beautiful too, like a beautiful person. Oh, wow. Yeah. 4 Wands, participation. And look how beautiful this image is. Just like a lot of different colors and like elements blending together right there. It's like peaceful. This is peaceful. I heard somebody say, do no harm. Okay, why do people respect? Why do people respect? Card number 2. Some of you guys could have a Capricorn in your chart. You don't have to. I'm getting a lot of signs here, so I'll just say what I'm seeing here, and you can take what is yours and leave what isn't. Okay, because sometimes it could just be the specific archetype behind the sign that is coming through here, because that's what I relate things to. But I am seeing Aries, Taurus, Capricorn, and Sag energy coming through here. A little bit of Cancer as well. Ooh, 9 of Cups. Oh, love this. Look at this picture. Ooh, trippy. Okay. So some of you guys, you're like a go with the flow type of person, but you still have like values. And I think that's why we're seeing something about like a balance, because I feel like a lot of the things that I may say in this reading might sound contradictory, but to you, I feel like it will make sense because you are a complex person and you have sides to you. You've grown through your experiences. So, I mean, some of the things I say might be how you used to be. And for others of you, if this is someone that you want to turn into, then maybe this is giving you respect for where people see you're going, where people anticipate you being, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's get 2 cards from our Tattoo Tarot, and then we're going to start the reading. Okay. The messages are beautiful, just like you. Oh, thank you. Good to see you here again. Thank you so much. Okay. Wow. Oh, I didn't flip this one. The Lovers. Ooh. Oh, wow. So some of you guys, you could be watching this about a specific person. There are going to be some romantic messages coming through here. So if you're taken, and some of the things that I'm going to be saying are going to be what your partner respects about you. And if you're single, it doesn't have to be like a partner. For some of you guys, it's like a future partner if you want that. Or for some of you guys, it could be exes. Okay. Okay. Ooh. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands, 4 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands came through. And even the Knight of Wands. It's your energy. Yeah. People respect you because of your energy. Yeah. So card number 1 is like they were respected because the way they maintained their character through the struggle that they went through. But it's your energy is just superb. It's like people want to be around you. Oh my God, look, you got the Hierophant twice. What? Oh my God. People respect you because you actually give good advice. And if you were to say to do something, they know that you were actually right to say that. You were actually right to tell them that that was the right way to go. I feel like people respect you because for some of you guys, people do not question you. And if they do, they're going to regret it. For real. So some people could be respecting you because they're seeing people that have not trusted you or underestimated you receive like some sort of karma, or just, probably would have been better listening to you. Damn. Okay. Why do people respect card number 2? Because you have a purity to you. It's like you don't seem to be tainted at all. Even if you are tainted, you don't seem to be. You seem to be somebody who understands that if you want good things to happen, then you have to put yourself around people and in places where good shit happens. Meaning if you want to be, so some of you guys just like you believe in like wishful thinking, or your manifestation is like fucking proper, like superb, because I heard something, you have to see it to believe it. So let's say when you were a kid, you knew that you wanted to, and obviously apply this to your situation as you see fit for whatever your dreams and your aspirations and goals are, right? But let's say that when you were a kid or whatever, you had this goal in mind. It's the fact that you probably set yourself up for success with that goal in mind. Whereas some people, they say they're going to do something, but they don't make a plan. They don't actually believe they're going to be able to do it. So they don't talk to the right people. They don't make the right moves. And they definitely don't put themselves in the right places to get the rewards that they're seeking. You're respected because you're not like that at all. You're respected because if you want a partner, then bitch, you got to go outside. If you want a good job, then you have to do what you want to, or do what you're supposed to get that job. So I heard something about you meet the qualifications, and it doesn't matter what you do for work. Something else, you could be unemployed, and that's fine. For something else, if you are unemployed, you could be respected too. Because I could see some people here, and take what it's yours to leave what isn't, because obviously a lot of people are going to be able to see this reading. But like some people here could be like stay-at-home parents. You're respected for that because honestly, you put so much effort and like love and care into your children if you are. Or let's say you are like a stay-at-home husband or wife, but you really dote on your partner and you really make your home like a space, whatever. People respect you for that too. And if you are in a relationship, people respect you because you're in a relationship. I don't know. I heard something about like the effect that people knowing you have a partner, if you do, for some reason, makes people respect you. I don't know if it makes them start thinking more about like how good of a person you have to be morally, or the standards that you have for yourself, or something like that. But it's like people hear one thing about your life, and I feel like they do kind of make these sorts of connections. So some of you guys, it's not even about being in a relationship if you're single, but it could be, like I said, in advice that you gave them, or like just in conversation with you, they're hearing you talk about like some real shit, something real that a lot of people probably try to avoid talking about, like politics or social standards, um, what's unfair and what's not, what's real and authentic and what's not. It's like I feel like the things that you bring up, the things that you care about and you put your effort and your energy to, you give a fuck about those things. So you don't live like a careless life. It doesn't mean you can't be fun. It doesn't mean that you aren't adventurous. You don't spontaneously do things, because I feel like you do in this group, and you very well could be like the whole life of the party and everything. But I feel like at the end of the day, if you got a job to do, if you got work or whatever, you're gonna do that too. So it's like a nice blend. People respect that. So you probably have never been like caught slipping in this group. It's like you seem to have a really good head on your shoulder, somebody who brings something to the table, somebody who has actually done things for themselves or is going to. Again, because we're here to have compassion for everybody in whatever situation they're in. But yeah, why do people respect card number 2? Because it's almost like you're a force to be reckoned with. And it's for the reasons that, like, I feel like most people don't normally like equate to respect, or what is to be respected, or what is to be like admired for. What I mean by that is like some of you guys is just based off of like where you live and like what the fads are, like where you live, or like what the culture is around where you're from. That could be what it is. So some of you guys, you're different than most of the people around you. Or maybe you do fit in some ways, but if it doesn't suit your life, if it's not what you want, you're not going to be pressed to do it. And I feel like people respect that because you are really looking for joy. And you don't have to be doing like all these crazy things or whatever to enjoy your life. That's respectable too. Because there are some people for real, they'll have all the things that you see in the money, or all the things that you see in like the TV shows and the movies or whatever, but they're still not fucking happy. They're not. They could have a partner that loves them, or a family that respects them so much, but they're still not happy. It's still not enough. And like you're respected because you're the opposite of that. But yet you can still want more. And I feel like that's so awesome. Because it's like, yes, you're rooted in reality, but that doesn't mean that you are not going to believe in new beginnings. It doesn't mean that you're going to close yourself off from new adventures. You're not a bad investment in this group at all. And your personal beliefs hold value. The things that you believe, the thoughts that you have, they're worth something. You should share that with people if you're not. You're very tasteful in this group too, so you're respected for that. You're not gullible either. So yes, you can be free. Yes, you can do things that other people normally wouldn't, or try things that some people would be too afraid to do or whatever. But it's because maybe you believe in like a higher power. Maybe you believe that the universe is going to protect you at all times or something like that. I feel it's easy to say that you believe, like, okay, yeah, it's easy to say that you believe in this God, or it's easy to say that you believe in this sort of spiritual shit or whatever. But until someone sees you living that life, until somebody sees you actually show up like that, then it's just talk. And the thing about card number 2 is that you're not just talk. You're not just talk. The things that you believe in, the shit that you say you are not gonna do, or you don't hang with this type of crowd or whatever. It's like you're honest about that. No one's gonna catch you lying about something. And your approach is 100% like your style. People respect you because, yes, I'm seeing somebody who I'm seeing somebody who's like taking, and obviously don't take this literally, but I was just trying to think of something that has like some sort of like creative element to it. But I'm seeing somebody who are like in this pretend scenario, it's like taking an art class or whatever, and they teach you like a step by step how to come to the final result, but you don't take that, you don't take those steps, but you still get a stellar fucking result, and it's nothing like anybody else did. And it doesn't have to be an art class. Some of you guys, it's like how to rise to this place in corporate, how to something else. It could be have something to do with athletics too, like how to survive this, blah blah blah, or whatever. Like where people have to read GOAT or DIY how to do this or whatever. It's like you don't have to. You just know those things, and you're respective of that. Because on top of that, the people that are giving you advice, the people that are teaching you things, the people that are training you or whatever, it's like you're still respecting them. And at the end of the day, though, it's your life. So your parents respect you as well in this group too, because they know that they raised somebody. And obviously not everybody here was like raised by their actual parents, and it's true. Some people were adopted, some people, they're estranged from their family or whatever, or their parents didn't do jack shit for them. So take what is yours and leave what isn't. But it seems like whoever you had around you who was meant to mold you or shape you or tell you to do this and not that or whatever, you listen to them, or you let them do their thing. But at the end of the day, you were your own person. You are your own person, and you have to live a life that you're going to be happy with. So what? You know what I mean? And you respect it for that. You respect it for that because it's really hard to embody that, but also be able to blend with other people. It's hard. It's hard to be a likable person and really not truly give a fuck about what anybody else says or thinks. It's hard. It really is, because you don't want to hear nobody tell you the same thing that you've heard over and over and over that you don't give a fuck about, but you do. Because who knows? Maybe that person that's trying to give you that advice actually really does care for you, and they just don't know anybody. Or maybe that person that is approaching you in that way or whatever really just wants your attention and doesn't know how to talk to you without preaching. Some people don't. Some people really don't know how to talk to people without being considerate. And there are a lot of reasons why. Maybe they just don't pick up on certain things. Maybe, they're in a tough spot themselves or whatever. But I feel like you can tell when somebody is like approaching you with good intentions, and the way that you adjust yourself to other people that are coming to you in that sort of energy is really, really, really respectable. Really respectable. Wow, I like that. Very chill person here. I don't know. I think card number 1 is one to beat for sure. Because these are the 2 cards for me, and the Hierophant here, double whammy with the Hierophant coming out twice. These are like the most respectable cards to me in the tarot. You can respect the Emperor and the Empress, right, for their experiences and for where they are, but the Hierophant, they're born that fucking smart. They're born with like that code of ethics. They're born with that shit. So some of you guys, you were actually taught like certain beliefs or value systems or whatever growing up, and for others of you, you were taught the opposite of what you believe now, but people respect you for what you believe, at this point of you watching the reading. So it's not about being rebellious in this group. It's not about, being afraid to submit or anything like that. It's about not holding yourself back. It's about understanding that not everybody likes the same things that you do, and that's okay. Oh, I really like that, because I feel like you could be very tolerant and like respectable person, and you respect other people as well. So this isn't like somebody that would take advantage of their authority or take advantage of like the clout that they have or the admiration that people have of them. Because some people do, for real. Some people have a lot of admiration and like fame or whatever, and they literally get people involved in like cults and shit that have nothing to do with their highest good at all. It's just true. It's a damn shame, but there are a lot of people that would take advantage of people viewing you to be somebody that will lead them to success, somebody that could feel like home, somebody who morally they could follow. It's like you don't take advantage of that. And I really love that card. Plant yourself where you will bloom, because I feel like that is what this Fool card is all about. So you're not afraid to start over. Some of you guys, you're not afraid to start over. If that, oh, thank you. Yeah, if that job's a dead fucking end, then bitch, you gotta go. If I heard want. So if that partner was not living up to your standards, then they have to go. You wish them well, right? But they have to go. If that bitch needed to be fired, well, you're gonna make sure they get fired. I don't know, but I'm just seeing somebody who knows right from wrong, what the right thing to do is, and they don't need anybody to tell them to do the right thing. They don't need anybody to tell them to dream bigger for themselves. They don't need anybody to tell them shit, for real. But the fact that you probably just still listen. So some of you guys just like, you are a teacher, but everyone understands that the teacher is forever the learner. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice right here. Some of you guys, you have you actually are educated. So some people could respect you for that. And for others of you, let's say you never went to school, it's the fact that you still are so fucking wise. Some of you guys, you were wiser as a young person. Or if you're young right now, then obviously then it would just be right now. But I'm seeing the Fool, which, oftentimes represents birth, the start of something. It's actually the first. Oh, if you guys want to join my tarot tier on Patreon, you guys can learn what all the tarot cards mean with me. It's $4 a month, I'm pretty sure. And every month we're gonna be diving deep into like a specific major arcana to start, and then we'll go through the minors. But I actually posted the full reading or the full video yesterday on Patreon, and I always think of this card as like the start of something new. The birth of something. It's technically the first major arcana, but the number on it is 0. So it's kind of interesting. But anyway, oh, and it's so cool because look, it says 0, 5, and then 9. So you guys do things the right way. You do things the right way. You don't try to cut any corners. You don't try to skip the line. Yeah, you're not a scammer in this group. You check out. Yeah, you're a leader. And people would follow you. People should follow you. So I feel like there are a lot of people that would vouch for you too. If somebody heard another person talking smack about card number 2, no, they're going to get in the middle. They're going to make sure that, oh, damn, her culito's still out. But anyway, they're going to make sure that shit gets nipped in the butt. You know why? Because card number 2 gave me the advice that changed my fucking life. Card number 2 got me out of the dumpster. Card number 2 picked me up when I was like bleeding or whatever and took care of me. Card number 2 made me believe in myself. It's like things like that. It's like, I feel like you got people and you may not even realize it because maybe you're humble. Maybe you help one person, then you're on to helping the next person or whatever. It really doesn't matter. The ways that we help people is so different too. So apply it to your situation as you see fit. You don't have to quite literally be out there, saving people from burning bridges or, picking cats out of the tree or some shit like that. No, you don't have to literally be doing that. But you could see a little girl who's lost in the Target and help her find her mommy. Or you could see some sus shit going on across the street and make sure everything is okay. And little do you know, if you weren't there, that person would have kidnapped that person right there, or they would have robbed them. It really doesn't matter. But I feel like you can read people, you can read situations, but I don't know. It just feels like a good person who probably has saved a lot of people, who probably has helped. So some of you guys, I don't know, you see something on the floor in the store, you're going to pick it up and put it back on the shelf. You're not just going to walk past it and see. Yeah. So you guys are not just like an innocent bystander, quote unquote, innocent bystander. No, not at all. So if you see something, you say something. If you see somebody treating another person like shit or whatever, you're going to make sure they stop doing that shit. But you're also going to make sure that they understand the repercussions of their actions. Damn. So if you're a parent, you're a really good parent in this group, or you would be a really good parent. Because I feel like your kids would have fun with you, and the way that they would learn their lessons is not, it's not in a way that's going to scar them. What show is that? Is it Malcolm in the Middle? Was it Malcolm in the Middle? No, it wasn't Malcolm in the Middle. It was Arrested Development, where the father is like trying to teach the kids lessons, but he teaches them in the most traumatic ways. Like he tried to teach them, he tried to teach their kid not to trust strangers or whatever, and he kidnapped them. And they were so scared. It traumatized them when they were an adult. And they would try to bring those things up or whatever, and he would act like he didn't do it. You're like the opposite of that. And it doesn't even have to be with kids. It could be with literally anybody. But I feel like the way that you get people to come to, the way that you get people to just do better for themselves is because you live that life. You are about that life. You lead by example. And you're not going around telling people that you lead by example either. You're just doing it. Wow. What? This is dope. Wow. Wow. And I feel like you're not selfish in this group either. Like there are some people who literally would never help another person if they could not gain from it. And I'm not saying that they have to gain like $1 million gajillion, but there are a lot of people that are selfish, and the only thing they're being selfish for is like a fucking cookie or something like that. Like it's not even anything that's gonna change their life for real. But they do shady things. They say and do things or whatever just for a little pat in the back or whatever, and you're not like that. You're not. And that's something to respect, especially in the workplace. For some of you guys, it's like in the workplace where you're respected like this, because maybe you could make a little bit more money by doing it this way. Maybe you could, get to this place faster if you just blah, 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 but you don't do that. So if you were a mechanic, you would be the best fucking mechanic ever, because you would not be sending people out on the road with cars that were just going to break down 2 miles down the road. No, not at all. You yourself would probably make sure that shit was okay. You probably, like, if you were ready, you wouldn't publish anything that you didn't truly believe or whatever. If you were a newscaster or whatever, you wouldn't be giving out fake news. If you were a chef, you're not giving anybody moldy food. No, not at all. You would make sure your hands were washed, your hands were clean, and everything was good. Like, that's why people respect it, because if you're going to do something, you're going to do it right. You are. Because it's you at the end of the day that has to live with yourself. It's you at the end of the day who's creating that karma. Wow, wow, wow. So that's why you're respected in this group. Wow. 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 I'm speechless. Card number 2 is the one to beat. Like, I have to take a deep breath. Some of you guys, let's say you like wear your hair natural, or, and listen, please don't take this as disrespect if you just don't hear your life or whatever, or what you do. Whatever you do, you're respected for that, just so you know. But this is just for the extra people that are in that situation, whatever. Let's say you live your life and you're out and you're proud. Awesome. People respect you for that. Let's say that you were raised to follow this religion, but now you follow this. You're respected for that. Let's say you don't wear makeup. You're respected for that. Let's say you go to a place of work or this place to eat or whatever, and everybody there wears this, eats this, acts like this, says this, and you don't. You're respected for that. Let's say you go to a place of business and everybody there respects this person because they deserve to be respected, and you haven't met them yet, but you approach them with that sort of respect unless they tell you otherwise, or unless they show you that you should, treat them otherwise. You're respected for that, because I feel like you can follow when you need to, and you also can do your own thing when you have to, and that's dope. I hope I'm making sense when I say that. But I'm just seeing somebody who really can take in a situation and adapt and respond as it's warranted. So you don't make assumptions about people. You don't make assumptions about this or that or whatever. It's like you really do try to find the light, the silver lining in every situation. You don't give up on yourself. And you know what no longer serves you. This is the last thing I want to talk about here, because I feel like that's something that a lot of people cannot do, especially when they have this Hierophant energy in them, because they feel so responsible for everybody. They feel so connected to everything because everything is that important to them. They live a life with like full intentions, right? So it's hard sometimes to walk away from people that were just using you, or to love where you live or the neighborhood you come from or whatever, but know that there aren't too many opportunities there or things like that. It takes like a really respectable person to not shit on where they came from, or, the workers that work at the company they own or whatever, because they're just as important. As I'm seeing somebody who, no matter your position or where you are in life or whatever, it's like you're not looking down on other people. You're not shaming other people. And it's just like, that's so respectable, because you could be around people who really are insecure themselves, who really feel like life just never cuts them a break, or, just need to do some healing themselves. But I feel like if they see card number 2 acting how they're acting, maybe they might change. Maybe they might see that life can actually be happy. So some of you guys, you actually are an example for people that aren't where you are, but they want to be. And maybe they might not tell you that, but it's like when they see you, it's like they're respecting you for being like this. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's move on now to card number 3. If that resonated, please give it a like and come back for another one on my channel. If you want to listen to some more positive personal growth, healing, confidence boost readings like this, I have a tier just for readings like that on my Patreon. It's linked below. Okay, here we go. This was dope. It's like, oh my god, I feel like card number 2 is just like a breath of fresh air. Breath of fresh air. Yeah. So you put like bosses, parents, parents of like your partners, people that are just like very, very, very anxious, or, think the worst in people at ease. You put them at ease because they're like, oh, wait, no, they're actually a good person. Oh, they're not just going to blah, 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 blah. So I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is that's in that sort of energy. It could be someone who's just like really anxious. It could be a group of people. It could just be people in general who aren't like you in that way. But it's like, I don't know. They can make assumptions about you for some of you guys. Like maybe because of your race or the language you speak or your income or, you know, your education or whether you have it or not. Like they can make assumptions about you for something about your life or whatever. But when they get to know you, when they start talking to you, when they hear other people talk about you, they know like, wait, they were so wrong to think that. They know, no, wait, there actually are still like good people. And that's why you're respected. Okay. Sorry, I hope I didn't ramble on too long for that one because I wanted to keep these readings close in like duration so it's fair to everybody. But you know, when the messages come out, I just have to give them. Okay. So let's move on now to our last but not least final group, card number 3. Card number 3. Okay. Card number 3. Okay. Spirit, can you please dive me into card number 3? I'm going to put the timestamp in the chat for you guys and then we're going to get started. Okay, if you guys are watching more than one group, maybe you want to watch each group for like a different group of people or a different person on your mind. Like maybe one for why your family respects you, one for why your partner respects you, one for why your boss respects you or whatever. Take what is yours and leave what isn't. But I do feel like the messages coming out are different. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to get a sip of water and we're going to get started. Make sure you're drinking water, y'all. It's good for you. Okay. Welcome to your reading, card number 3. You chose this 10 of Cups card, and we're going to be looking at the reasons why people respect you. So you could be watching this about a specific person or a group of people. Take what is yours and leave what isn't, and try to have compassion for everybody that's in a different situation than you. My name is Jay, and thanks for watching. So you have 3 blind pulls here, and then the rest will be shuffles for this reading. The first card you have is your effort makes a big difference. Your effort makes a big difference. Why do people respect? Card number 3. Your effort makes a big difference. Embrace new beginnings. Did another group get this card? Hold on. I think. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. What is it that card said? There's like another one similar to this. Oh, you know what? Some of you guys, you might want to watch the pick a card reading we did yesterday. We did a pick a card reading. It was what's your seduction style? And I think this was one of the cards to pick from. They were blind picks. So yeah, I was like, why does this card look familiar? It's because this was the blind pick for that pick a card yesterday. Pretty sure. Embrace new beginnings. Okay. Be proud of how far you have come. Be proud of how far you have come. So I feel like this group is actually going to get a few messages that are similar to card number 2 with the be proud of how far you have come. So you may have been drawn to more than one, or maybe my collective is just dope as fuck. And a lot of you guys are just respectable for many ways. And that would make a lot of sense why you feel drawn to the channel. So energetically, maybe we're all right here together. So why do people respect card number 3? Why do people respect card number 3? Why do people respect card number 3? That's too many. There's like 6 cards right there. 2 more. So why people respect card number 3? All right. So we've got the Justice card, law, cause, and effect, clarity, and truth. The World card, damn. Oh my God, I talked so much shit in card number 2. I was like, card number 2 is probably the most respected. You got the Justice and the World card. I might eat my words with this one. Let me see. Knight of Cups. Okay. I feel like for card number 3, it's probably like a specific group of people or whatever that are respecting you the most right now. Okay, so card number 3 is like situational. You could even be watching this about a specific person of mine. Maybe that's why I'm getting that energy, but let's see. It's people that feel like they deserve respect themselves that also respect you. So it's like people that are feeling like you are a like-minded individual that is respecting you. So some of you guys is like a friend, a bestie, a partner, coworker, whatever, that respects you. Oh my God. That's too many. But here's the devil. This is the Justice card as well. King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Three of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, well, damn. Well, damn. I feel like people respect everything about you in this group. What? I heard fact check me, bitch. Some of you guys are funny. Some of you guys are actually really funny. So maybe you know how to lighten the mood. When everyone around you is like really tense or, you know, just doing the most or whatever, maybe you know how to lighten the mood. Okay, Spirit doesn't want another one from the Osho's End, so we're going to look at this one. Ooh, Four of Cups, turning in. Four of Cups, turning in. I'm going to put this one here. There we go. Why do people respect card number 3? To me, that's because you quite literally have achieved a lot for yourself. Like you quite literally are successful. A lot of people would describe you successful. Some people respect you because they believe you're going to be respectful. I almost said they believe you're going to be respectful. So people respect you. Some of you guys, they respect you because of the way you look. They respect you because how you dress, how you behave in public. So some of you guys, you know who you can trust and who you cannot trust. You have a certain demeanor to you when you're with your friends versus when you're with, you know, clients or something to do with business or something to do with the law or whatever. So they respect you because you kind of seem to be like very aware of like your environment, who you're around. People respect you because you speak very clearly. When you say something, you mean it. No one can tell you that what you saw or what you experienced is not what happened. You're honest. You're truthful. You say it how it is. People respect you because when you come into a project, when you add that little detail, when you do that little thing or whatever, that thing that you do or whatever, you make shit better. So some of you guys, I don't know. I'm just an example of that could be like, let's say you're cooking something. It could be the most basic dish, but the way you fucking make it, stellar. Shit should be in a cookbook. It's like that. And it doesn't have to quite literally be cooking, but whatever it is that you do. Ooh, look, Nine of Wands. Okay, I have to cover her up because she's butt naked. But okay, Nine of Wands. I heard naked and afraid. I don't know why I just heard that. Does anybody here watch that? I don't, but I do have family that does. And I'm pretty sure that's like the show where they have to go out and like survive. So some of you guys, you have really good survival instincts. Some of you guys, you grew up in the hood or something like that. That could be why. You kind of come off like you do. This could be the group of people where you're not black, but you can hang with black people. Or you're not a part of this race, but most people in that race will still fuck with you or trust you. So these could be people for real that have like their own bias or, you know, things about them that are respecting you. So it's like you actually proved them wrong. Damn, I'm sorry. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so card number 2, like it was a similar message, like people thinking one group of people or type of people would act like this, but they actually are like this. But I think it's because those people were like damaged themselves. They needed to heal. But for you guys, it's like a step forward. For the people that assume certain things about you or, you know, people like you, whatever like you is, they're just down bad. They're probably never going to change. But they treat someone like you different. I don't like that. But you know, there are some people that are like that. They treat some people with respect and they treat other people without it. And they think that that's okay. I think, you know, human beings all deserve a certain degree of respect, you know, until they fuck around and find out. But, you know, there is a sort of like humanity. I feel like people are or should, you know, be awarded, if that makes sense. And I feel like some of you guys, you are the same way. So you're not going to kick somebody when they're down. You're not going to make fun of somebody in a difficult situation or whatever. But I feel like the people that respect you, even if they don't want to admit it, they probably could be like a little judgy, or maybe they used to be before they met someone like you. But people respect you because I feel like you don't exaggerate how happy you are, how successful you are, anything. Because you actually are happy where you are. So there's a lot to respect in someone like that. Because maybe you know how far you've come. Maybe you know that you're not who you used to be. So somebody who thinks they're better might not realize that you've actually been through a whole hell of a lot more than they have. Or maybe you just got the shitty end of the stick. Or maybe you didn't have help to get where you are and they did. So it's not fair for them to compare or whatever. It really doesn't matter this situation. But I'm seeing like you're an outlier. You are different. Your experiences are different. So if someone is judging you, it's like they're judging you unfairly. And it's crazy because you actually are sensitive. Some of you guys, you actually are compassionate. You actually do care. You actually do approach people in this Nine of Cups energy, which is nice. Generous. Someone who's not, causing any trouble. Someone who is full of love. Some of you guys are actually full of love. And you're modest. And you put people in a good mood. You probably make people feel loved instead of like they're in pain or like they're not enough or whatever. It's like you make people feel good. So some of you guys, your partners are thinking these things about you. If you are a sensitive person, if you are an emotional person, you don't have to be, but if you are, you're respected for that. Because I feel like at the same time, you also are book smart, or you actually are rational at the same time too. So you're respected because you know there's a time and a place to do things based off of emotion and do things based off of logic or facts or whatever's right in front of you. So I'm wondering if this has something to do with the word or like something specific. I don't know. Like an interview or something like that. Page of Cups. So you got the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups. You're respected because you're kind. You're respected because if you're artistic, if you're creative, if you are a feeler, it's like you acknowledge that. You don't try to change yourself. So there are a lot of people that do. They do try to change themselves because it's easier. For real. It's easier than to have to hear people tell you that they think you should live your life a different way. Some people would rather just change or like, act different around that person, whatever. I'm not saying you don't have situational awareness or whatever, because I think we talked about that a little bit earlier. But I feel like at the end of the day, like if you like somebody, if you care about this, if you are interested in that type of thing or this type of music or whatever, it's like you're going to own that. Or if you're having a bad day or whatever, you're going to own that. That's something to respect. Because like some people, they could cry or like lose their cool or tell a little lie or whatever because they were nervous, and they probably would lie about it if they were caught in that situation. Or if the situation was brought up, maybe they would pretend like it didn't happen or try to gaslight the person that brought it up or whatever. But you don't seem like that type of person. I feel like you would just be really honest about the situation. You would really I heard shed light on the truth. So I also heard something about like maybe there's like a rumor or you do something and you don't explain yourself. It could be because you didn't have the time to. It could be because you just weren't in the headspace to, or because you didn't think you needed to or whatever. But another person took that a certain type of way, or a group of people took it a certain type of way, or society might think you should have done this instead of whatever. But little did they know the reason why you did what you did was because you had to. You had no other choice. But they never met anybody that was in a situation like you. So their belief system, their way of approaching someone like you or someone that looked like you or did what you did or whatever would be different. So this could be people here that have like a criminal past, who struggle with addiction, who, whatever it is. But there could be something that you've had to do or you've experienced in your life. And most people will make assumptions about you if they knew. But instead of like hiding it, some of you guys are like really honest about it. You're like really fair. Really honest, really fair. Some of you guys are faithful too, so people respect you for that. You're like a good friend, a true friend, a real friend. Not gonna go backstab anybody, nothing like that. We got the Queen of Wands. Damn. And you got the Queen of Wands. Damn. That's a killer combo right there. Justice card and the Queen of Wands. And the Nine of Wands. Because you know a thing or two. What you say goes. You do deserve respect. This is the group of people where it's like you feel like you deserve respect. In this group, you do. You're attractive in this group. People respect you. Some of you guys, they respect you. Let's say you are somebody that's not looking for love, or you're not looking for like applause or thank yous or anything like that. People respect you because of that. Because maybe they realize that they do things for the wrong reasons. Maybe they realize that they're superficial, or that they need a lot and you don't. People respect you because you seem to not really sweat anyone or anything. You just seem like really chill. You seem chill. You seem calm, collected, but you also seem like somebody who loves, like a truly like loving, generous person. And that's like a part of your personality that everybody sees and they respect you for that. What? King of Swords. Yeah. You're a really good friend in this group too. Mm. Mm. You know how to strategize, you know how to plan, you know how to pay attention. So just because you're a feeler doesn't mean that you're going to let your emotions get in the way of the bag, get in the way of this goal or whatever. So let me give an example of that. I heard something about like you don't create any sorts of like conflicts of interests, or you don't create any sort of drama. You can keep yourself composed if you have to. So there could be some people that if they're in a shitty situation where it makes them emotional, frustrated, sad, or whatever, they might act out. They may do something that they may regret, or just make another person uncomfortable because of the way that they handle it. But I feel like you're different and you're respected because of that. Strength card. Damn. Oh my god. You got the strength card too? Some of you guys, you could actually have a really nice body in this group. People respect you because of the way you take care of yourself. If you have like good hygiene, or you're like you eat healthy, you have a certain lifestyle and you stick to that lifestyle or something like that, they respect you because of it. Okay. I don't know. Some of you guys could be like a picky eater or something. You're very particular about the way that you like things. You're not just going to accept anything. You rather do it yourself if it's going to be done wrong. There could be some people here who they need their alone time. They need time to think. They don't like being pressured. They don't like being told what to do. You could be that type of person and people respect you because of that. Because if you don't want to be pushed around, don't be pushed around. If you don't want to be bullied, then don't let anybody bully you. Like, what? Some of you guys, you talk like that. Like, just very straight shooter. Very direct. You say things very plainly. You call it like you see it. Page of Wands to the Sun. But it's also like, it's also dope though. Like, it's actually, I want to be clear when I say like people actually enjoy you. Like, they actually enjoy you. Like your friends and your partner, they actually enjoy you. Some of you guys, your father is happy or like proud of you. I'm seeing like someone actually be proud of you in this group. So it's not just about respect, it's actually feeling proud of you. So I don't know if they played some part in you being where you are, or they just really respect you and that's why they're proud of you. And they just feel some sort of like kinship to you. I heard something about your body language and your posture. Okay. People respect you because I feel like when you come in the room or something like that, it's like people act different. Maybe you don't realize it because you're not there before, but it's like I feel like people act different when you walk in the room. They act different, they talk different, they sit up straight. It's like they pay attention to you. So I can see people around you noticing this, noticing people's demeanor change when you come around. So some of you guys, let's say you have a partner, you probably have improved your partner, you probably have helped your partner grow, been a shoulder for them, or, just been a big support for them or something like that. It could be your best friend too. I heard something about like you come with results. There's results from the things that you do. Damn. Okay, the Sun card came back out to the Nine of Swords and came out in the struggle position, which is why I feel like it actually should be in reverse. Because people respect you in this group because you don't seem like you have any insecurities. For real. You very well could. You very well could. You very well could, be like, I don't know if this is my reading because I'm saying all these positive things, and maybe you don't view yourself this way, but some of you guys, you're not humble. You actually are my bracelet. But some of you guys, you actually are a little bit cocky or whatever, and that's cool too. But there are some people here who are not. Again, I said earlier, try to have compassion for everybody for where they are, because some people are still in the Nine of Wands energy, and that's okay. And maybe a specific person or like a specific friend or someone that truly knows you for who you are is thinking these things, and it's not just general like how it could be for other people. But I am seeing with the Nine of Swords in reverse, if you do have any insecurities, if you do have a hard time staying positive or whatever, I feel like you get back on the horse. So some of you guys, you do have highs and you do have lows, and you manage. And for others of you, maybe you used to have highs and lows, or maybe you used to, be a little bit like apathetic towards life or whatever, but you're different now. King of Swords to the Queen of Wands and the Page of Cups. Some of you actually look people in the eye when you're talking to them, or when you're in a situation, it's like you're very focused. You're not. I heard you don't have a wandering eye. So some of you guys just like a partner that respects you because they know that you're loyal. And for others of you, it's like you're focused when it comes to your work. You're focused when it comes to like anything that you put effort into. Because it says your effort makes a big difference. I feel like the reason why your effort makes a big difference is because you're very perceptive. You're very observant. So where somebody might make a mistake or somebody might do something sloppy or whatever, it's like you would never be caught doing something like that because that's just not who you are. Embrace new beginnings and be proud of how far you've come. Some of you guys, people respect you because you're chivalrous, because you do things out of the kindness of your heart. In a world like this, that is something to be respected, for real, for real. Because a lot of people don't care. Like, oh my God, it's so sad, for real, for real. But a lot of people don't care about anybody but themselves. And they may say that they do, but they actually don't. Like when you look at their life and you ask them, when's the last time you did something nice for another person? When's the last time, you did this without expecting blah, blah, blah in return or whatever? It's like they couldn't tell you. They couldn't tell you. Or you ask them something that they should know about someone they're supposed to care about and they don't know. They don't know their partner's birthday. They don't know what their mother's favorite blah, blah, blah is or whatever. But you probably take the time to learn those things. But at the same time, you also take the time to learn shit that you can apply, like a science or like something to your job or whatever too. So it's like you have a good mix. I feel like you have a good mix to you, a good like wise energy to you. And some of you guys, you really do like your privacy. You really do. You don't like too much people in your space, in your area, knowing what you got going on. And that's respectable. Wow. Okay. So if that resonated, give it a like. Come back for another one on my channel. If you want to find some more positive confidence boost healing readings like this, there's a tier just for that on Patreon, and I linked it by the timestamps if you guys want to go check it out. And yeah, love you. Bye.